Good morning. This is the Ja Renee, and this is the Ja Renee Healing. I've got a lot to say, so I'm gonna just cut to the chase. So today I'd like to speak about healing toxic connections. And what's paramount about this is the fact that the you're only able to have a toxic connection with someone that you are close to because of the fact that if you don't know them, they're just acquaintances. You have no relationship with them. They're passerbys. And so there's no time that was spent for there to be a relationship for it to become toxic. So with that said, the toxic relationships that we deal with and we go through are the people that are closest to us, family, friends, relationships. And um, a lot of times we don't want to wrap our mind around the fact that something toxic is occurring because they are close to us, because they are people that we care about. And there's just a few things that I'd like to say in regards to that. The first thing is that we've got to get to a space to where we're able to recognize toxicity, no matter who it's coming from. As an example, nobody, everybody wants to think that their mother is the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, my mama this, my mama that. But your mama doesn't know everything. And there might be things that your mama told you, or things that your mama does, or a way that she interacts with you that's not okay. And if everybody is scared to tell mama something, how can you ever change? So, in this scenario, which of course doesn't have to be mama and a child relationship, it could be anybody. Um, you have to be able to see the toxicity, see whatever it is. It's not saying that you have to be mean about it when you are addressing it, but let somebody know and understand that I see it. This isn't that this way that you're coming off, or this how you're saying things to me. It doesn't really agree with me. It's not something that I'm okay with. It doesn't make me feel good. Because if that person, the same person who you didn't want to feel like I have to go to and say anything because they're fill in the blank, um, they should be able to understand what you're saying. They should be able to say, okay, I'm realizing and I'm understanding that although I may have not been aware of how I was coming off, or what I was doing, I hear you. And because I love you, because I value how you feel, and I want our relationship to work, I'm willing to change. This is the way that conversations and healing takes place. It takes you being able to stand up for yourself and speak up for yourself, and not just say, well, this is how it's always been done, and so I'm not gonna say anything about it, because you're just allowing a cycle of hurt to continue. Same in, let's just say, if it's a friendship, okay? Your friend, you notice that when you share things with them, they're not as happy for you. Um, you, y- you're feeling like a dumping ground, where they're putting their problems, or maybe they don't want you to fix them, but they certainly want you to hear about them, and just someone that you care about as a friend, who doesn't want who you can see makes bad decisions and things, but they don't want any help. It's like they want to remain in this space because they think they know, and they they just become negative. You feel it. It's toxic. It's not adding to anything that you have going on. It's just simply draining. These are the times that we should be able to talk to our friends and be able to say, listen, I get it. I understand what you're going through. Um, you know, but until you have an opportunity to kind of get yourself in a place to where your energy isn't draining, then you're coming off toxic to me. And that person should be able to understand because after all, this is somebody that you care about. This is somebody that is close to you. They should take your opinion as your advice and your opinion as something that's relevant. But the problem is that the people that are closest to us are the people that almost think the lowest of us in a sense. They don't think as highly. So when we say something, um, they're like, but you're just you. How dare you? Why are you saying this? And that doesn't matter. And that's what I'm saying. That's why there is so much toxicity in families and things because we know each other's dirt. We know each other's secrets. We know each other's hurts. We know each other's happiness. We know about each other. So we're able to try to use judgment when we hear things that's being said and use that to spin and to make whatever point that we're trying to make it. And so we simply just need to be able to hear each other, irregardless of who it is. Because if I say something and that something makes sense, don't worry about that it's coming from me. Worry about what you're hearing. Use yourself as a vetting point to try to understand what's what's trying to be said in this moment because we need each other. We shouldn't have to, for one, um, come together or seem like we're on the same page just because someone died or a different hey, it's a family reunion or whatever the case may be, or on the same page as a friend, because everything's going okay. There isn't any type of um, issues or things that has come about to where it could test your friendship. You know, we've got to just be able to hear and listen to each other because we don't know everything. And it doesn't matter what position we are in a family, in a friendship, in a relationship, our words matter, our feelings matter. And in order for just toxic behavior, just negative patterns, behaviors, just things that has nothing to do with you being the best person that you are. Just it's trying to just get rid of all that. And people usually has a problem because of pride. Because going back to what I've said in the beginning, I'm your mama. I'm your friend. I'm your so and so, spouse or whatever the case may be. And those positions mean nothing. What means something is the actuality of the situation. Did you do something to offend me? Did you do something that was unkind or was not right? Because if so, then guess what? Even at the top of the chain, you need to be able to do what you need to do to apologize or to heal the situation or to simply just acknowledge that, listen, oh my goodness, I know I thought, but I'm going to get it right now that I understand and I know. And you're doing it because I care about these people. When you when you don't care about changing yourself or somebody's telling you about a way that you're coming off and you don't care and just like, ah, well, whatever. You're saying that you're not interested in that person, what they feel or anything. Because the next thing that I'm going to say is we have to know when to let go of things that don't serve us. And sometimes these do end up being family ties. Sometimes this do end up being friendships and relationships. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to keep telling you how I feel or what you did to offend me. I tell you first in hopes that you're going to correct it. But if you aren't correcting it, what can I do about that? I have to take the next step so that I can um, live the best life that I can, be as happy as I can without the certain toxicity that comes, from dealing with certain people and attitudes and behaviors. Because we are um, our goal should be that we're trying to be the best people. We're trying to be in the best health. We're trying to be in the best spirit. We're trying to be as good as we can, as helpful as we can to someone else. And so healing toxicity means that we need to be aware of ourselves and how we come across the people and the things that we're saying and what we're doing and how we perceive ourselves, giving people credit. I always say, I don't, if a 2-year-old came and told me something, and that something that they told me was, let's say it was eye opening because it was, it pricked me. I felt like, oh wow, like this is true, but it came from this 2-year-old. So I didn't really want to accept it because what do you know? You're only 2 years old. I miss it. I miss the moment. I miss the opportunity to to heal. I miss what was being said. And so it's not about who. It's about what. It's about listening. And so don't be afraid to talk to folk. Don't be afraid to tell them how you feel because of how you think they're going to respond to you, especially if you know that you're dealing in a toxic situation because you want to heal it. You don't want to be in swimming in toxic situations, you know? So I hope that this helps someone. Um, it's okay to upset someone that you care about if you're telling them your truth because they may not understand, but their not understanding is leading them hopefully to a point of healing themselves so that they can circle back around. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and thank you for listening.